Convertible cars are what every single white girl thinks about buying when they get their first paycheck from Starbucks or Lululemon or whatever it is that they work at. But they can be cool as all hell for us car guys too. And today I got you covered with not only 10, not only 11, also not 13, but 12 of them for extremely dirt cheap. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Mark Roden, of course. How's it going? Stop. And today, that's exactly what we're going over. 12 extremely dirt cheap convertible cars that you can buy for dirt cheap. There is no real like price tag on this one. I always do like under 10K or under 5K or whatever. This time it's just like just 12 cheap cars. You know, I didn't want to give it a certain price tag, so just 12 of them. It's for cheap. I will give you the price that I can find them for, of course, but there's not like a selected price range, if that makes any sense. Also, guys, if you want to support the channel any more than you already are, you already know the deal. Head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up a hat, shirt, or shorts. Guys, please just go over there and just check out the website. That's all I want. Even if you don't want to buy something, just check out the website. I want to get some feedback on that stuff because I like the website. I like doing it. It's fun. You guys seem to like it too, so I like the merchandise aspect of it. So go over there and check it out and just let me know what you guys think about the website or whatever. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the list. Coming in at number 12 is the Toyota MR2 Spyder. Spyder, scary. It's a very odd looking little car that didn't really sit too well within the car community, but I honestly don't understand why. The obvious reason is because it doesn't look too good, but to me, it kind of looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It comes with a 1.8 liter inline 4 that makes 138 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive and mid-engined, my boy. Yes, that's right. The freaking engine is right behind you while driving this thing. It's kind of like a damn Ferrari. And I know what you're thinking though. This car is deadly, Mark. Have you ever heard of snap oversteer? Yes, I have, buddy. But listen to me, friend. They worked on the snap oversteer problem through each generation of MR2s to the point where the Spyder doesn't even really suffer from it that badly anymore. Yes, obviously you do have to be a little bit more careful than other cars, but since nobody really liked the looks of this generation and people are afraid to drive it, they cost right around 7 to 10K, which is a very good deal. Number 11, which is such a cool number, by the way, because it's the name of that girl from Stranger Things, and she's pretty baller. It is the Saab 900. Yes, this car still exists, and they are still dirt cheap. I'm talking like under $3,000 all day cheap. Plus, when you get one, you now have access to a 2-liter inline 4 that somehow managed to make 150 horsepower to the front wheels. Now, obviously, that isn't great, but it's not bad at all. A little inline 4 making 150 horsepower from Saab. Hey, congratulations, boys. These cars kind of remind me of like the Volvo 240 in a way, since they are just so dirt cheap that you can constantly beat them up and they are going to take it. They also kind of look like a slug or something, like some weird beetle, which I guess can be cool depending on how you look at it. I don't know. I can't really explain that part. I just wanted to put it in there. Like, if you know, you know. Like, the Saab 900 looks like a beetle, all right? That's all I have to say. And even though the name implies that you're going to be sad all the time, get it? Saab. I promise there will be nothing but smiles on your face if you end up buying one of these freaking things. They are just such a blast. There's so many YouTube videos of people buying them and being extremely happy with their purchase. Numero number 10 is going to be the MGB. That is a car. Yes, it's called the MGB. It's a car that I have never even talked about on this channel, but I should have, because it's this little British mobile that looks like a damn Miata, but if they went to like a private school or something. It comes with a 1.8 liter inline 4, but the horsepower is hilariously small, coming in at only 84 horsepower, but that does go to the wonderful rear wheels. But you have to keep in mind that this is a car that was built back in the 60s, so it isn't all about going fast with this car. This car is more meant for the guy who just wants to cruise around with the top down without a worry in the world, and it does that really well. Plus, the car only weighs 2,000 pounds. Yes, only 2,000 pounds, which, in case you don't know, is less than the damn, what am I saying? Less than the damn NA Miata. So if you want it to be fun, it absolutely can be. Just take it to the old twisties and you're gonna have a blast. Now, obviously, since they are so old, they're becoming a bit of a collector's car, so it's kind of hard to find them, but once you do, they can be found under $10,000 all day. Number 9 is the wonderful Pontiac Solstice. This freaking car, man, makes me mad for some reason, and I can't explain why. It comes with a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4 that makes a very nice 260 horsepower to the rear wheels, which is pretty damn impressive, to be honest. Like, that's a good number. I did not think this car would make such good horsepower numbers. And I know that you don't like the Pontiac Solstice because it isn't popular, really, like, at all. But who cares, man? Be different. It's good for this world. All right, imagine if everybody out there wanted a Mustang, or everybody out there wanted a 350Z. You're shit out of luck because there was only 150,000 made in the Americas. Also, since so little people talk about the Pontiac Solstice, they can be found for right under $8,000 all day long. And the one that I found only has 59,000 miles on it. That's insanely low. That is a bargain. Number 8 is a wonderful spot. Everybody that gets in the number 8 spot turns out to be a legend in my videos. The car in number 8 is the Ford Mustang GT S197. Might not be a legend, but who cares? It comes with a 4.6 liter V8 making 300 horsepower to the rear wheels, of course. This is the first oh god, this is the first true enthusiast quote-unquote car on this list, and it really shines. It's a freaking convertible muscle car, which is a kind of weird combination to me, but hey, that's none of my business. They also make for a very good drift platform, and of course, if you want to, you could turn it into a drag car too. The possibilities are honestly endless with this thing. Since the convertible is also so much less wanted than the coupe, you can find these for under $10,000 all day long without even having to look. You just close your eyes and say, hey Siri, buy me a convertible Mustang, and when you open your eyes, there's going to be a convertible Mustang in front of you. They're all over the place. If you want a freaking vert Mustang GT, the S197 I think is probably the best generation. Number 7 is the wonderful BMW 323i E36, which is kind of the slower trim level for this generation of 3 Series, but even the bad E36s are good E36s. Okay, wise words with Mark. Now, the 323i comes with a 2.5 liter inline 6 that makes 170 horsepower to either the rear wheels or all the wheels if you need all those 4 wheels. I usually just take my front wheels off my car before driving, but hey man, if you need 4 wheels like a chump, then go ahead and buy the all-wheel drive version. They also really look pretty damn cool to me, I'm not gonna lie. I used to hate the convertible E36s, but over time, they have definitely grown on me. I am starting to fall in love with them more and more. And since most people don't seem to want them, they are very cheap. You can find them for right around the $3,000 mark all the time. Number 6 is a car that only the most elite, smart, masculine car guys enjoy. It is the Honda S2000. Now hold your horses and call me Captain Jack Sparrow, because I know you think that the Honda S2K is extremely overpriced, and I do too. It is an overpriced car, but they still can be found for relatively cheap. Emphasis on that word cheap. It might not be that cheap. Plus, they are my personal favorite car in this list, so I had to include it. They come with a 2.2 liter inline 4 making 237 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, of course, and they make for some amazing track day mobiles. They also just look oh so incredible and have one of the largest aftermarket scenes for them, hands down. You can buy anything you want, and yes, they still do cost anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000, but you can get lucky, or you can get one with higher miles that's going to run you around $13K, which yes, it is still a little bit of money for a 20-year-old sports car, but hey man, us car guys don't always make the best financial decisions. Number 5, yeah baby, we are in the top 5s already. It is the wonderful Mazda Miata NC, which is the ugly duckling of the old Miata family, yes, but it's still a cool car, bro, alright? Plus, it comes with a 2 liter inline 4 making 166 horsepower to the rear wheels, which is actually pretty good. That's a pretty good increase from the NB Miata, and it only weighs 2,400 pounds. That's pretty good. And this car is one of those cars where if you love it, you love it, but if you hate it, well, you probably spend every waking minute of your life wishing that Mazda never even created it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the looks myself, but I do think that the performance of the car is so good for the price that you're paying that I have to give it the love that it deserves. It's an amazing sports car, but it's just not a great Miata. And because of that, you can find it under $6,000 pretty damn easily. And when you do, it's honestly, if you can get past the looks, it's a pretty cool car. Number 4 has got to go to the Porsche Boxster 986. Once again, this is another car that nobody seems to love, but it makes no sense to me at all. Sure, it may not be the coolest of Porsche, considering they have made the freaking 911 GT3 RS and the 918 Spyder, but it's still a pretty damn cool sports car nonetheless. It comes with a 3.2 liter flat 6 making a nice 258 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, buddy, so you can do donuts in a Burger King parking lot. Anyway, now the big downside is, even though this car is a Porsche, it was not rear engined, it was rather front engined, so people kind of get scared away because of that. But you shouldn't be, man. It's a decent little Sunday cruiser, and if you've ever seen one of these slammed on the ground, then I believe personally that it is going to completely change your mind. They also are pretty damn cheap. I found one for $10,000 exactly, and you get a manual transmission with a damn Porsche badge. You know how many people get to say that? like 10. Third place, bronze medal, if you ain't first, your last son, has got to go to the Jeep Wrangler TJ Hunt. I never talk about Jeeps on this channel, to be honest, but that is about to change. They are some very cool little vehicles, especially if you like getting like dirty and making the whole world think that you don't know what a car wash is. This personal like generation of Wrangler, why did I say personal? This generation of Wrangler comes with a 4-liter inline 6 making 190 horsepower, and it was 4x4 obviously since it is a Jeep, and that engine, in case you don't know, was incredibly strong. They are used as daily drivers all the time, and for good reason. They freaking take it. Just try not to go over like 60 miles per hour. Don't go on any highways, because if you do, they're going to wobble. They're going to wobble like those little freaking gremlins on the road trying to pop your tires. Plus, I found one for only $4,500 that comes with a damn manual transmission and no doors on it. So that you might have to buy the doors separately. I don't know if they come with the car, but if once you buy that, you get to wave to like every single person driving by, because hashtag Jeep life, bro. Second place, silver medal, has got to go to the wonderful Nissan 240SX S13. Yes, I said it, baby. The freaking S13 is here, and it is here to stay. You may think that these cars are way too expensive now, since like everybody acts like they are, and they just like are afraid of even looking up the car on Facebook Marketplace, but they really aren't that bad. I found one for only $5,000 with a bunch of mods on it that made it look horrible, to be honest, but at least it runs and drives. And the engine in these cars is honestly kind of lackluster. It's a 2.4 liter inline 4 making only 155 horsepower. It's called the KA, and they're not the best for tuning, but that's okay. Obviously the car was rear wheel drive as well, and it makes for a really good platform to swap something in. Now I know you're already thinking of all like the angle mods and drift stickers that you're going to be putting on this car, but if you honestly, if you wait and like keep it relatively stock and just enjoy it for what it is, this is an amazing investment. Like, these cars are going to fly up in price any day now. So if you do buy an S13 and you don't have every fiber in your body wanting to drift it, I would recommend just keeping it relatively stock and keeping good care of it. But the numero uno spot for today, the good old first of the places, has got to go to none other than the Chevy Corvette C5. My uncle has one, and they're pretty damn baller, I'm not gonna lie. They come with a legendary LS3, which was a 5.7 liter V8 that makes a huge 350 horsepower going to the rear wheels. And yes, they make for pretty damn good drift cars as well. Just because it is American does not mean that it can't drift. Alright, I'm sick and tired of that notion that people think that like, oh, it's an American car, it's not gonna be able to drift, only Japanese cars can do that. You're wrong. The C5 was also the last generation to have pop-up headlights, which, as we all know, is the coolest thing to ever happen to cars. And they aren't like the cheapest car on this list by any means, but they're also not that bad either. I found one for only $12,500, but you can find them for much cheaper if you don't care about the condition. I only chose this one because it was just so clean, it's in such good condition, and it comes with a manual transmission, so I think it's like the best of both worlds. But while I was looking, there were plenty of them that were more beat up or had an automatic transmission that you can find for less than 10 grand all day. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment another video that you'd like to see down below in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. I never even tell you guys to do that. I never tell you guys to hit the notification bell, but some of you guys still say notification squad, so thank you. I appreciate that. I don't even have to tell you to do it, and you did it anyway, so I really like that. Also, guys, we just hit 18K subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We are closing in on 20K every damn day. It's getting closer and closer. It's amazing. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know any other video that you'd like to see. And Das Vidania, have a nice night.